with distance. So one of the things we're going to make sure to do tonight is to stay connected, all right, and stay observing what's going on in our bodies. So come into your mountain pose, be not tense, engaged, okay? Your feet are grounded. And then the palms forward for energy is a nice way to invite energy as well as open up the shoulders after what might have been a day of hunching forward. We tend to spend a lot of time like that. And then when you feel your breath begin to smooth out, just close your eyes, and without trying to change anything, just observe. So observe how your feet are on the mat. Can you feel more pressure in one than the other, or front than back? Remember, there's no right answer that we want here. We're just observing. Do you feel any slight movements in the body? Can you keep your breath smooth as you do this scanning? And now we're going to keep very, very focused on the entire journey of the breath. So exhaling belly button to spine and observing the breath as it goes up, past your heart, out through your nose. And then observing the breath as it comes in through the nose, down the back of the throat, past the heart, and filling the whole body here. And then a nice, gentle, but deep exhale again. Where is the breath showing up? And a nice, deep inhale. And one more time, exhale. And inhale. And then just allow your breath to return to its natural pace. So we're still in our mountain pose. And remember, we're going to follow the whole journey here. So our arms are down, and on the inhale, they're going to come up. But there's a world in between there. So exhale deeply here. And then as you inhale, drawing the arms up, keep an eye on that entire journey. Where are your arms right now? What happened in your shoulders? What's happening in your feet? Continue to inhale, and then same thing as you exhale. Continue to follow the journey of your arms and your body. So it's not just arms by your side, arms overhead. It's that whole trip that they're taking. And just do that. Do it at your own pace. We're not even going to say a couple more times. Just do it until we stop. How's that? Staying connected the whole time. And let your next exhale, whenever that happens for you, let your next exhale be the final one in this mode here. And once again, whenever that happens for you, soft knees and soft hips, and let your body just start to release and move around. Just let everything go, loosen it up, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so we're going to take the feet slightly wider than hip width distance apart, and the toes might be comfortably turned out a little bit, okay? And the knees are going to go over the toes. We're going to start opening the side body here. So take your hands like you're holding a big ball. The right hand's on top, left hand is about waist height. Inhale. And as you exhale, turn that ball and open up the right side body. And then come back around the whole journey. Now the right hand's going to wind up underneath, left hand on top as you take the body over to the right. And taking it back to the left. So we're using this ball to keep us connected to the whole movement the whole way through. And once again, just going right and left, stretching out the side body. I believe we started over to the left. So whenever it comes around for you, heading to the right, consider that even and come back to center. And once again, just shake everything out. Just move around. Inhale and exhale. All right, so now we'll turn the toes forward and still keeping the knees and hips soft, coming into a little more twisting pattern here. The right hand is on your thigh, exhale, and then observe the arm as it comes up and back, twisting you open to the right, and then it comes back around, hand to the thigh. And then we'll do that to the left, up and twisting you open to the left, and observe the hand, follow the journey as the left hand comes back to the thigh. And just keep doing this. A gentle twist with the spine long and the core engaged. And you might all be going at a different pace, and that's exactly what happens in yoga. You might reach a spot where you're like, I just want to stay here for an extra breath, and of course, you would do that. We twisted to the right to begin with. So the next time you twist to the left, you'll be even. Whenever that comes around for you, come back to center. Inhale and exhale. We're going to take the feet now hip width distance apart. And take the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Gentle forward fold here. And come on up. Straightening the legs. So there's an entire journey happening as you go down, right? There's a whole world in between up and down. And now there's a whole world in between down and up. We're going to add some balance to this world. Take it down. And then as you come up, raise your right heel. And take it down. And as you come up, raise your left heel. Now carefully, without wobbling your ankles, take it down and draw both heels up. If your ankles start to wobble too much, go back to singles. Take it down, heel or knee on the right. You're just playing with it. Take it down, heel or knee on the left. And then you take it down and double, and do that at your own pace. Remember, we don't want the ankles to be wobbly with that double heel. So just keep it single leg if the ankles aren't ready for that. And just notice how your balance seems to feel. Left, right, double. Nice. After your next double, whenever that comes around for you, remember, you take it back down and find your mountain pose. Close your eyes and then scan again, just like we did at the very beginning of class. See if there's any movement happening. What is it? Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to come to the top of the mat. And by now, you practiced yogis are saying, but we didn't do cat and cow. we're going to do them. So have knee padding available if you feel like your knees are going to want it. Like a towel. You can also, like I said, fold up your mat. Maybe you have an extra mat, and maybe you don't need it. Maybe you're working with your sticky mat on carpet. All right, let's take a couple of breaths here. Top of the mat. Float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Okay, we don't care how far down the hands go. Take your hands to the thighs, hips back, shine your heart forward. And exhale the hands down and step your legs back to downward facing dog. So we're coming into dog now, and then pedal your feet. Staying aware of what goes on as you alternate pressing heels toward the mat. It's not just about the heels, is it? What are your hips doing? What are the back of your legs doing? Press one heel down and hold. And then switch sides, other heel down and hold. And then two heels down and hold. And go ahead and bring your knees to the mat and come into your tabletop here. So in this tabletop, the knees are under the hips. We want the hands a bit forward of the shoulders here, okay? And we're going to be doing our cats and cows from here. So we'll just start with the basic cat and cow. Arch your back and shine your heart forward. Notice what's happening in the cat-cow here. And then round your spine, draw up through the belly. Take your gaze toward your thighs. Arch and shine your heart forward. And take your gaze towards your thighs as you round through the spine. All right, we're going to add some options here. Tuck your toes. Arch and gaze forward. Now, as you round into that cat, lift your knees slightly. Oh, hello, core. Bring your knees down as you come back into cow, toes pointed behind. And round into cat, option to lift the knees here. Bring the knees down, come into cow, and roll into cat, option knees lifted. Now we're going to come into cow, and then from here, when you do your cat, you might lift all the way into down dog. Knees down cow, option down dog with your cat. And two more times like that. There are the cats and cows today. Yep. And the next time you come down, just sit off to the side and find yourself in seated mountain pose. Okay. Taking the legs forward, the feet flex, the spine long. Inhale and exhale. And notice yourself in space now. How's everything doing? Do you need to wiggle around so that the sit bones are equal on the mat? Is your spine nice and engaged? How's that core feeling when you're sitting upright like this? Inhale and exhale. All right. So let's do some nice hip opening. Bring your hands to heart center. Cross your legs. Okay? And then we're going to lean back, engage the core, raise one foot and then the other. Remember, your feet can always be down. You guys know this move, so we're going to just move through it. Right ankle over left, arms up, palms forward, inhale. Exhale, palms to the mat, gaze past your fingertips. Inhale the arms up, left ankle in front of right. The core engages every single time. Palms down, gaze past your fingertips. And that's what we're doing. Up, switch, down. Core engages. Hips start to open up. One time the right leg's in front, one time the left leg. So you know this move, so just move through it. Keep your Keep your mind on what you're doing. Notice all the things. After the next time you do this with your left leg in front, you'll be even. So whenever you get here, come on up and stay here. The core is engaged. Feet are up. If that's not you right now, the feet can be the toes on the mat, not the whole foot like this. We're not. Okay, there you go. Right ankle over the left. Inhale. Now we're coming down and staying. Palms to the mat, gaze past your fingertips. Press into the mat as you inhale. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, melt. See if those fingers move a little farther forward. And see how that right hip feels. Press your palms into the mat. Shine your heart forward. Inhale. And then walk your hands 2 steps over to the right. Exhale, melt over your right leg. Observe that feeling in the left side body. It's probably feeling nice and long, but the right side body isn't. So walk your right fingertips away. Try and get a little more length in the right side body. And then walk your hands back through center. Press into your mat. Shine your heart forward. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, look up, heart forward, hands 2 steps over to the left. Observe that nice stretch in the right side and even it out by walking the left fingertips forward. So it's evening out a little bit, but is it exactly the same for you? Just observe. And then walk your hands forward. One more time on this side. Press both hands into the mat. Shine your heart forward. Inhale. And see where your fingers go now. Right hip. And then with long arms, draw the arms up with the core engaged. Bring the feet up. There you go. And left ankle in front of right. Palms forward. And exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Ground the palms into the mat as you shine your heart forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, melt. Walk those fingertips forward. Observe if this hip feels the same as the other, if it feels like it has more work to do, or if your right side felt like it had more work to do. Let's gaze up and walk the hands 2 steps over to the left. Inhale, exhale, melt over your left leg. Walk those left fingertips away. And then breathe your hands back to center. Press down through the palms. Gaze forward, shine your heart forward, and walk the fingertips away. Feeling into the left hip, walk the hands 2 steps over to the right, gaze forward and exhale, melt, and then walk those right fingertips a little farther away. And then come back to center, press your palms into the mat, gaze forward and exhale. Walk your fingertips forward, see if anything feels different now. Long arms, arms overhead, feet up, and for just a moment, uncross and come to seated here with your feet flat. So if you felt a significant difference between how the right hip was and the left hip was, choose the hip that feels like it needs more work, and we're going to go back into that side for a stretch. If your hips felt exactly even, I'll tell you when to switch. Okay, so it'll make more sense in a moment. Bring your arms up, lean back, Bring your feet up. Now, if your left hip felt tighter, cross your left ankle in front. If your right hip felt tighter, cross your right ankle in front. If neither one, start with your right ankle in front. Inhale and exhale. Take your hands to the mat. So we're giving extra work to the tighter side. Press your palms into the mat. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, melt, and just breathe into that hip. Now, if you're staying on this side, just stay here. If you wanted to do your other side, come up like we've been doing, switch, and come back down. Okay? But if you had a tighter side, just let your tighter side rule the day here. Alrighty, bring it up, feet up, uncross, and release. Alright, let's give those legs a little bit of a shake here. Inhale and exhale. Alright, so we're going to have the feet hip-width distance apart, and we'll just keep it simple with a nice little boat series, okay? So, you know you can keep your feet on the mat or 1 foot down the whole time, okay? We're going to have the arms forward, take it back, engage the core, raise the right knee, okay? You know you can also have your right leg straight if you're ready for a little more intensity right this moment. So we're high boat on the right, and then take it down, low boat on the right, heel and shoulders 3 inches off the mat. Come back to high boat. Low boat on the right. Yep, and high boat. Low boat on the right. And high boat. Here it comes. Low boat on the right. And option. Arms by the ears for canoe. Bring your hands down by your side and lift. High boat. Release the right foot. Shake it out. All right, here we go. Left knee up. Leg could be straight, knee could be bent. Your left foot could still be down, right? You can do your boats like this if that's better for you tonight. Left knee up. And let's go low boat. Yep. And high. Yep, low boat, looking good. To high. Low boat. Too high, and low boat, hold it here, option canoe, arms by the ears, hands back by your side, lift to high boat on the left, release, and shake it out. All right, everybody got that? We're going to try 1 double leg together, and then you're going to make some decisions, or a decision. Okay, here we go. 2 knees up, or even 2 legs straight. What's for you tonight? And low boat, yikes, and high. Woo, and release. All right, anybody feel that? Give me a wave. Okay, so we're gonna go 4 times. You can do 2 right like we just did and 2 left, or you can go 4 times, double legs. Ready? Here we go. Who wants to do canoe every time? Oh, you all do. Okay, good. Here we go. There you go. Take it down. Canoe. Arms down and up. Take it down. Canoe. Arms down and up. If you're switching sides, switch now. Take it down. Canoe. Forward and up. 1 more. Down. Canoe. Forward. Up. Woo! And release. Alrighty, I think the core got the picture there. We'll do standing obliques, shall we? Yes, we'll do standing obliques. So let's come now back to hands and knees. Take the hands a couple of steps forward of the shoulders and really be observant as you make some nice big circles here as to how the body's feeling. If these circles don't feel good, then don't do them, or just stand up and move your hips around. You can put your hands on a wall and move around. And then we'll go the other way. And then come back to center and just move forward and back a couple times with the hips and take yourself into child's pose when you feel ready. Big toes together, knees wide apart, nice comfy child's pose when you and your hips are ready. Okay, and then find your way. Now, very mindfully, right? Keeping an eye on the entire journey, find your way to downward facing dog. Notice all the things that occur on this journey from child's pose to downward facing dog. And then once you get into your dog, notice what's happening here. And we're going to take a journey feet to the hands. So for you, that could be a couple of big steps, some hops. It could be a bunch of little steps, but just keep your mind focused on your journey. Feet to the hands, hands to the thighs, hips back, heart shines forward, half lift. Slide your hands down your legs, exhale, forward fold. Once again, staying engaged, mindful, arms float out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. All right, so we're going to throw a little balance in here, and it's a moving balance, all right? So it's going to start with a crescent lunge. So come to the top of your mat, high crescent lunge. Slide your right leg back. The heel is lifted. The left knee is bent over the ankle. Now your arms come up and your legs straighten. Both legs are straight. Arms come down to shoulder height and your front knee bends. Your back knee's probably bending as well. Inhale, straighten the legs, arms up. Exhale, knees bend, arms out. Yep. Inhale up, so you know, focus, right? Steady gaze, balance, arms out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Now we're going to change things up. As you bring your arms up, take your back foot forward and come into tree. Inhale, slide the back foot forward. Bring your foot to your leg. And come into tree. If you feel hands to heart is good for you. If you want to be in a tall tree, if you want your foot kickstand, there you go. And bring your foot down and release. Okay, did that work okay? Can we do that on the other side? No problem? Left leg back. We're starting out in high crescent lunge, which itself is a balance. Then we're going to add on, so we're really going crazy with the balance here today. Right knee over the ankle, arms up, legs straighten, arms out to shoulder height, knees bend. Arms up, legs straighten, shoulder height, knees bend. Take it up and out. Take it up. This is our last time like this. Now as you take your arms up, woo, find your way to a tree. And release. All right. Did you find one side was easier for you? If that's your case, go back to your more challenging side, and we're going to do the more challenging side again. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do it. More challenging side. Take that leg back. Arms up. Okay, so we start out in crescent lunge, right? The front knee is bent, back leg is back. Arms up, straighten, arms out. Bend it down. Arms up, straighten, take it down. Arms up, straighten, take it down. Arms up, come into tree. And release. All right, both feet to the mat. Close your eyes and feel what you feel. All right, shake it out. Let's do a nice little sun salutation. So come to the top of your mat. Inhale and exhale. And we'll stay together. We'll do some arms at the beginning here. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward, twist to the right. Inhale, arms up. Left arm back, right arm forward, twist to the left. Inhale, arms up. Elbows to waist, shine your heart up toward the sky. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Where do your hands belong right now? Is it high, low, somewhere in between? You're in a forward fold, hips over ankles. Hands to the thighs, hips back, shine your heart forward, look up. Exhale, hands down. Right leg back, stay in this lunge. Move around a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Now go ahead and find your plank, whether it's a knee up plank or a knee down plank, wherever you feel you'll be strongest now. Okay? And then chaturanga down. Take it down. Nice strong chaturangas. Yes. Very nice. Okay, so let's do some locust variations. Here we're going to have the hands to the thighs with the pinkies facing up to the sky. Roll your shoulders toward your ears, down your spine. Your pinkies lift toward the sky. Your heart shines forward and release. Okay, back into that. Pinkies lift, heart shines forward. Add the legs. And release. And one more time. If the legs didn't work for you, just lift your arms and your chest. And release. All right, hands under the shoulders. Follow your journey to down dog, whether that's a lift up or a table to down dog. Remember, we're staying mindful here. Inhale and exhale. Now, let's see how it feels to be in down dog. 4 points of contact, right? Inhale and exhale. Take your right leg up to hip height. And remember, if you're not happy in down dog at any point, you can come to table. Flex your right foot and tap those toes down and up. Tap them down and up. Down and up. Down, up and hold. Now bring your right knee through and just take whatever a big step is for you right now. And then find your way to the top of the mat. Another mindful journey. Shine your heart forward, half lift. Exhale, fold. And float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. Okay, are we ready for side 2? So come to the top of your mat. Find mountain pose. Notice what's happening here. If anything needs to happen before we move into this next portion of the sun salutation, just let it happen and come back to mountain pose. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, twist left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, center. Elbows to waist, heart shines up. Inhale and exhale, swan dive. Just notice your journey. Where do your hands land? Hands to the thighs, hips back, knees bend, shine your heart forward. Exhale, hands down. Now step back with your left leg and hold in the lunge. You can wiggle around. And then come into your knee up or knee down plank. Which one is best for you right now? If you started out in one and you want to change your mind, feel free. Now, if you have your knees up in plank, roll to the tips of your toes and then chaturanga. See what that does. And then everybody, nice strong chaturanga down, whether your knees are up or down. Okay? And this time, we're going to bring the hands back and clasp them behind. Okay? So, gazes toward the mat, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Lift your heart and press your hands back towards your feet. If this is too much for your shoulders, then just either go back to the original way we did it. Yeah, that would be the best. And release. All right, give your arms a break here. Release your clasp. Now, clasp your hands behind you again. Notice that you probably clasp the exact same way and change your finger position by one finger here. Shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Lift up, press the hands toward the feet. See if that feels any different to you. We're just observing, we're not forcing it. Release. Whew. Now make a pillow with your hands. Bend your knees. And let's release that spine, legs side to side. Alrighty, go ahead and bring your feet down, hands under the shoulders, and make your journey to down dog, remembering that it could always be a table if that's you tonight. Okay, even if your first time was a dog, this one could still be a table. Take your left leg up, hip height, flex the foot, tap down and up. Observe the stillness of your whole body. Everything except for that leg is still. Tap down and up. Hold the leg up. Now draw the knee through. Take whatever large step is available to you and complete your journey to the top of the mat. When you get there, half lift, forward fold, and being super observant of everything that goes on as you upward salute, float your arms out and up. What's happening in the feet? Where are the arms right now? Where are the hands? What happens when the palms touch? What happens when they come back to heart center? And how does it feel when you re-enter your mountain pose? Inhale and exhale. Whew, shake it out. All right. So we just observed the stira, the real challenge of the sun salutation, right? So now we're going to move into the sukha, this more, it's not entirely soft, but it's softer, of the moon salutation. So give yourself room because we're going to be coming into triangle, right? We'll be having the legs wide at some point. So turn whatever direction you need to be. Okay, all right. We're finding mountain pose with the feet hip width distance. Think soft, think smooth. As soft and smooth as possible. Float the arms up and sway in your daisy side to side. Oh. And then come back up to center. Take the legs wide, toes out, 5-pointed star. Bend the elbows, knees over toes, moonflower. Come back to 5 pointed star. Turn your right toes to the right, left toes in at an angle. And we're going to warm up the triangle. Reach with your right arm and come back. Reach and come back. Reach and come back. And this time we reach, reach, reach. Let that right hand drop to the leg. Turn your palm out and come into your triangle with the shoulders stacked. Now you might be turning your gaze toward your toes, the center of your room, or toward your left fingertips. Inhale and exhale. And then draw your left hand gently to the right leg. Make sure there's a little bend in your right knee. You're not pressing on your right leg. Your hands are gently resting there. And your gaze is towards your toes. You're in a pyramid. Float your way back up to triangle. And then come on back to standing, toes out, arms up, 5 pointed star. Elbows and knees bend, spring together, and sway. And sway, yeah. And sway. Want to go for it right now? Here we go. Open up, 5 pointed star. Moonflower. Back to 5 pointed star. Now we turn the left toes to the left, right toes in at an angle. Warm up that triangle. Reach. 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 This time, reach, reach, reach. Left hand down with the palm turned out. Right arm up, gazing toward your foot, toward the center of your room, or towards your right fingertips. Triangle here. Right hand comes down. That left knee has at least a little bend in it. Hands are gently resting on the leg. Now some of you might be down here. That would be okay too. Okay. Gazes toward the left foot. Float back into triangle. And come on up. 5 pointed star. Toes are out. Moonflower. Everything bends and spring up. And sway, and sway, sway, and sway, and release. All right, we're going to go through that one more time. This time you've got a lot more muscle memory happening, so just pay attention to the whole sequence. How is your body moving in space, right? Okay, so we find mountain pose here. Float the arms up. And let's move into our daisy and daisy. Daisy, daisy, and 5 pointed star. Toes out. Moonflower. 5 pointed star. Right toes forward for triangle prep. And we'll move into our triangle. Nice stacked shoulders here. And then we take the left hand down for the pyramid. Float back up into triangle. And just for fun, let's take both arms out. Core triangle, lift up. 5 pointed star, toes out. Moonflower, spring together. There we are, daisy and daisy. Daisy, and we're going for it now. 5 pointed star, moonflower, 5 pointed star, triangle prep to the left, triangle left. Left palm is facing out, so we're not pressing into the left leg. Slight bend in the left knee, pyramid. Back to triangle. Both arms parallel to the earth. And lift up. 5 pointed star. Bend the knees, moonflower. Fun, fun, fun. Spring together. And daisy. And daisy. Daisy. Woo, and daisy. And release. Okay, and just come into a comfortable but not rigid, engaged mountain pose. Close your eyes and just feel how your energy is moving. Notice if anything else is going on. Okay, are we ready to come down? Come to the top of your mat. On your way to the top of your mat, grab anything that you might need for when we're down. Maybe you have a cat that needs to accompany you, or you have, you know who I'm talking to. All right, you have a blanket or an eye pillow, or you have to get closer to your daughter's bed for final relaxation. Yeah, I'm talking to you. All right, here we go, mountain pose. Scan your body. Now, you're in mountain pose, but maybe the body's saying, look, just, move around a little bit. Okay, that was all fun, but I still want to wiggle. Go ahead and let that happen, and then return to mountain pose. And now we'll find our way down. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, let's see where the swan dive goes now. The legs are so much warmer than they were at the beginning of class. Bring your hands to your thighs, hips back. Shine your heart forward in your half lift. Bring your hands down and find your way. Now, if you have one more vinyasa in you and you want to go plank, chaturanga, back bend and then down dog, go ahead, or just come back to down dog. So this is, customizing your yoga. You are practiced yogis, and so you can stay engaged and know what's best for you. And then once you get to your down dog, which could also be a table, move your hips. If you're in down dog, move your knees as well. And then eventually we'll all come down to table, sit off to the side, and we'll meet in a seated mountain pose. So the legs are long, the feet are flexed, and the spine is long. Inhale and exhale. All right. So we're going to do a little V with the legs. So some people have wide V's, some people have narrower V's. V with the legs. Okay, getting those inner thighs now. Inhale the arms up. Turn your palms forward. Folding from the hip creases, bring your hands to the mat. Okay, your feet are still flexed and they're pointing up toward the sky. Inhale and exhale. Press your palms into the mat. Shine your heart forward. Inhale. Exhale. See if there's any other place any deeper for you to go. There may not be. We're still early on in this forward fold. Inhale the arms up here. Now we're going to turn toward the right leg and palms forward. Take one hand on either side of the right leg. Press the palms into the mat. Look up and exhale, melt. Now you might notice we're folded over the right leg, but which inner thigh are you feeling more? Just notice which one. Inhale the arms up. Let's take it forward again. Inhale, breathe up, shine your heart forward. Exhale, melt. Inhale the arms up. We turn toward the left leg, bringing the hands down, one on either side of the left leg. Nice long spine, gaze toward the toes. Inhale, look up. Exhale, melt. And once again, which inner thigh is talking to you more right now? Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, shine your heart forward. Exhale, go as deep as you want to in this wide-legged forward fold. So if that means wiggling yourself into a little wider stance, do that. If that means backing off, do that. Just breathe. And then walk your hands back toward your pelvis here. Okay? Help your legs together and give them a crazy shake. Hello, inner thighs. Now that we got those inner thighs loosened up a bit, we're going to come into cobbler's pose. Okay, so traditionally the feet would be together. We're going to start with the heels far away from the pelvis and then inching things back into your comfort level. Remember, we don't want the knees up by the shoulders here. Okay, so we want to keep the feet as far away as needed to keep the knees not that far away from the floor. And if this is horrible and you hate it, try Garland Pose with the feet separated. Hold on to your ankles or your shins. And if you just do not like Baddha Konasana, then don't feel like you have to stay here. You can go like this, one leg and then the other. Okay, so otherwise we're going to stay in Baddha Konasana here. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, folding from the hip creases. Bring your hands forward. If you're doing the single leg version, just breathe in your single leg version for a moment. If you're in single leg, come on up and switch sides. If you're in Baddha Konasana, just hold here. If your inner thighs are saying go more forward, you go more forward. If they're saying back off, you back off. And then everybody walk your hands in, whether you're in single leg or Baddha Konasana. Okay, help your knees up, take your legs straight, and give your legs a crazy shake. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to work our way down to the mat here. So the feet are hip width distance apart. And you can either have your arms forward if you want a little more core work, or you can hold on to your hamstrings and slowly, slowly, slowly roll down. Bring your heels pretty close to your hips with your feet hip width distance apart. Your hands down by your side. Okay, and then bend at the elbows and with your palms facing each other. Your upper arms are on the mat and they're close to your ribs. Okay, now we're going to use that, pressing the arms into the mat to help lift the hips into bridge. And slowly release. And again, lift. Use your arms to help here. Squeeze your glutes. And slowly release. Okay, we're coming up one more time. Lift into bridge and squeeze your glutes and then bring your hands down by your side. So we've extended the arms. They were bent, now they're extended. Breathe. And slowly place the spine down on the mat, one vertebra at a time. And just breathe here, spine neutral. Let your knees open and close. Little gentle butterfly wings here. Let the hands open and close and the fingers wiggle. Rotate the wrists, one direction and the other. And then we're going to take the legs up, your choice, knees bent or legs straight. We'll just be here for a moment so we can point and flex the feet. And circle the ankles, one direction and the other. And then release the feet back to the mat. And take a couple of breaths here. Have your spine start to relax. And we're going to just let the head move from side to side, nice and slow. Paying close attention to how the head feels. We're never whipping the head around here. How does the neck feel? eventually bring your head back to center. Inhale and exhale. Extend your arms and your legs long. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw your knees in, place your hands on your knees. The hands are not going to leave the knees. We're pressing the knees away, to the right, in and to the left. So we're making small circles with the knees, keeping the hands on the knees. And going in that one direction. And then pause and go the other way. So pressing the knees away, to the left, in and to the right, circle and circle. Hold the knees in. And one final thing for the spine, just hold on to your hamstrings and rock from side to side. Little gentle rocks here. If your arms are getting in the way because you wanted to rock more, just bring your hands to your shins. Give you a little more room. And come back to center. Release your feet to the mat. And either in Supta Baddha Konasana, if that's your thing, or just keeping the knees bent, hands down by your side. Scan your body. Wiggle and realign anything that needs to happen so you can start to move into a very comfortable final relaxation. Maybe your knees are bent. Maybe your legs are straight. Maybe your feet are wide and your knees are touching. Maybe your feet are hip width distance. If your legs are straight, make sure your spine is nice and comfortable. Hands down by your side. And now take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose. And slowly let your body melt onto the earth as you exhale. The earth is supporting you. You're in final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Allow your breath to deepen. Invite movement back to the body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your next inhale, stretch the arms and legs long. And then exhaling, draw in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And eventually coming up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for for sharing this time. Namaste.